Hi students, welcome to my channel Atom Bio 360. So in this class I will discuss about respiration in plants part 2. So in part 1 we discussed about introduction of the respiration and why the plants not having a respiratory organs, the plants can breathe or not, that we discussed in the last class. So in today's class we will discuss about types of the respiration. So based on the respiratory substrates, so respiration is classified into how many types, and another topic that is respiration types based on the oxygen. Okay, so then we will discuss about glycolysis. So see here, I've written formula glucose. So glucose C6H12O6. So the glucose is completely oxidized and it will produce as glucose into 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. So the energy is produced during the respiration. That energy is trapped by the ATP. So this energy is utilized for the synthesis of ATP, formation of ATP. Okay, so the ATP is a energy currency of the cell, and the energy produced during the respiration, that is stored in the ATP. Okay, so when our body requires, during that time, again this ATP is converted into ADP plus inorganic phosphate. So see here, glucose is completely oxidized, but partial oxidation of glucose is also possible. So that is called anaerobic respiration. So we will discuss about the anaerobic respiration also. So first we will discuss about types of respirations based on the respiratory substrates. Based on respiratory substrate, so the respiration is classified into two types. So one type of the respiration, that is called floating respiration, and another type of the respiration, that is called protoplasmic respiration. Protoplasmic respiration. So there are two varieties of the respiration based on the respiratory substrate. Suppose respiratory substrate may be carbohydrate. Otherwise, the respiratory substrate may be fat. So this kind of the respiration is called floating respiration. Okay, so then another kind of the respiration, that is called protoplasmic respiration. So protoplasmic respiration means if the respiratory substrate is the protein, so then that kind of the respiration is called protoplasmic respiration. Okay, so this is the classification based on the respiratory substrates. So then we will discuss about types of the respiration based on the based on the oxygen. So based on the oxygen availability, the respiration is classified into two different types. Based on oxygen availability, so the respiration is classified into two types. Okay, so that is aerobic respiration and another type of the respiration, that is called anaerobic respiration. Okay, so aerobic respiration means the respiration in the presence of oxygen. That kind of the respiration is called aerobic respiration. And anaerobic respiration means the respiration in the absence of oxygen. That kind of the respiration is called anaerobic respiration. So here oxygen is present. Here oxygen is absent. Okay, so again aerobic respiration, it is furtherly classified into two types. One is called obligate aerobic respiration. Okay, and another one is facultative aerobic respiration. Okay, so the aerobic respiration, it classified into two types. One is called obligate aerobic respiration and another one is called facultative aerobic respiration. Again, anaerobic respiration is also classified into two types. Obligate anaerobic respiration and another one is facultative anaerobic respiration. Okay, so see here, obligate aerobic respiration means the respiration in the presence of oxygen. So respiration only possible in the presence of oxygen. So in the absence of oxygen, respiration is not possible. That kind of the respiration is called obligate aerobic respiration. Possible only in the presence of O2. Only in the presence of O2. That kind of the respiration is called obligate aerobic respiration. And another one is called facultative aerobic respiration. So facultative aerobic respiration means primary importance is oxygen. So it is possible in the presence of oxygen. Otherwise, it is possible in the absence of oxygen also. Respiration is possible in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. So this kind of the respiration is called facultative aerobic respiration. So generally primary importance is aerobic respiration. Suppose oxygen is not available in the environment, so during that time this respiration mechanism switching to the anaerobic mechanism. Okay, so it can respirate in the presence of the oxygen, otherwise in the absence of oxygen also. So it is switching into anaerobic respiration in the absence of oxygen. And again the bacteria, otherwise the cell, generally aerobic means it can respirate in the presence of oxygen. But oxygen is not available, then it can respirate in the anaerobic respiration. So anaerobic condition. So that kind of the respiration is called facultative aerobe. Then another one is obligate. So obligate means compulsory. So compulsory, the anaerobic bacteria, it can respirate in the absence of oxygen. In the absence of oxygen only. So if we provide the oxygen, it leads to the death of the organism. So in the presence of oxygen, it cannot survive. It leads to the death. So it can survive or it can respirate in the presence of anaerobic condition. So that kind of the microorganisms is called anaerobic microorganisms. So compulsory means obligate means compulsory. It can respirate in the anaerobic condition only. It cannot survive in the aerobic condition. It cannot respirate in the aerobic condition. So this is called obligate anaerobic respiration. So and another variety, that is facultative anaerobes. So facultative anaerobes primarily anaerobe. Okay, so but it can survive in aerobic condition also. Okay, so facultative anaerobe means primarily it is a anaerobe, but it can survive in the presence of aerobic conditions also. That kind of the respiration is called facultative anaerobic respiration. So it primary importance for anaerobic condition, but it can survive in the presence of aerobic condition also. So that is the difference between the facultative anaerobe and facultative aerobe. So facultative aerobe, what is the primary importance? Presence of oxygen. So facultative anaerobe, what is the primary importance? Absence of the oxygen. So primarily anaerobic, absence of oxygen. But here in facultative aerobe, so the primary importance for the that is presence of oxygen. Okay, then it can survive in the absence of oxygen also. So primary importance for facultative anaerobe is that is absence of oxygen, but it can survive in the presence of oxygen also. So this is the types of the respiration based on the oxygen availability. So this is the classification. So then we will discuss about glycolysis. So already we discussed what is the primary respiratory substrates for all organisms on earth, that is carbohydrate. So carbohydrate means that may be glucose, that may be fructose or any other carbohydrate. So mostly in carbohydrates, again the most dominant respiratory substrates for all the organisms, that is glucose. So glucose is the dominant respiratory substrate. Okay, so glycolysis. What is the meaning of glycolysis? Okay, glycolysis means breakdown of glucose. So glucose means C6H12O6. Okay, this is the glucose molecule. So the glucose molecule break down into the two pyruvic acid molecules. So what is the formula of pyruvic acid? CH3 C double bond O COOH. So this is the pyruvic acid. So one glucose molecule break down into the two pyruvic acid molecules. Okay, so this is two pyruvic acid molecules produced. So glucose molecule 6 carbons and pyruvic acid molecule contains 3 carbons. So one glucose molecule is converted into the two pyruvic acid molecules. So for your convenience, I will write some other like. So see here, this is the one pyruvic acid molecule plus another pyruvic acid molecule like CH3, C double bond O and COOH. So 3 carbons and 3 carbons. So breakdown of glucose into the pyruvic acid. Okay, so this process is called glycolysis. Plus energy is also produced in this process. Okay, so this is the glycolysis process. Okay, so what is the location of the glycolysis? Where glycolysis takes place? So location of the glycolysis, that is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the location of glycolysis. Then we will discuss about glycolysis pathway. So in next video we will discuss about glycolysis pathway. So students, if you like the video, click the like button and please subscribe my channel and share these videos to your friends also. So they also can get benefit. So because of lockdown, so many students not having good comment on the studies. So use these videos for improvement for your studies. So if you have any doubts, comment in comment section and I will reply. Otherwise, I will give explanation in the next classes. So I will explain glycolysis pathway in next video. So all the best.